Welcome back to the Mortgage Blueprint Show. I'm your host, Scott Sarai. Before we get into this week's episode, I want to break down what the last 26 episodes meant for me. So, this show has been on hiatus for probably close to 2 years. Life has been busy. I welcomed our first baby daughter into the world. My business has taken a complete 180, and I'm just navigating running a business and being a family man. So, that's why the hiatus. Before we get into this week's show, I want to acknowledge and express my sincere gratitude to all of those listeners out there that downloaded, listened, shared the first 26 episodes. It was my first crack at long form content. And I have conversations daily with probably hundreds of people throughout the year. And we have these conversations about certain things. And I know, as a fellow Canadian, as a fellow homeowner in the struggle, I know that you're probably asking these same questions that I'm going to unpack in the show. So again, I want to express my sincere gratitude. I'm very humbled that I had the downloads that I had, but now we pivot, now we shift. So my business has grown. It's got a broader reach now. And as much as I love helping the first responder community, I want to reach a broader community across the country. So young Canadians looking to save money on interest and taxes, increase their net worth, and find that financial freedom. So that's why I pivoted to the Mortgage Blueprint Show. Over the last 12 months, my business has changed tenfold. I've grown a team. I've brought on a senior underwriter that she is an absolute gem. We have the doc side of things where we're going to be hiring a document fulfillment specialist. I have my creative director. I have my chief of staff, and then I have myself. That's the brand front and center talking to clients. So the business has grown with the volume has grown as well. I've had a phenomenal year helping families achieve their goals. Financial freedom, taking a big stab at it, increasing their cash flows. Right now, everyone's in a cash crunch. And there are simple strategies that the bank will never tell you on how to solve those problems. So that's where I come in. I had a script here or like some things I wanted to talk to. But if you know me, you know that's not my jam. So I'm going to go off the cuff here. So I've talked to you about the pivot from first responder to riches to the Mortgage Blueprint Show. Talked to you about the last year I've had, the business that it's grown. What is on deck for the Mortgage Blueprint Show? So I'm super excited. This has been probably a couple months in the process of building out the content and what I want to bring to the table on these episodes to come. And each week it's going to be something a bit different, and I'm going to keep it interesting. I'm just the type of guy that likes to go off the cuff. I might do a podcast on the road driving somewhere. I might just throw on the record and talk to you about what I'm talking about in my business, or it will be in the studio here recording with the fancy camera and the microphone, or it will have a guest on the show talking about their niche and what they're in. So my plan is to unpack and go on deep dives with advanced mortgage strategies. If you know me or you know my Instagram page, all I talk about is advanced strategies because I think every Canadian needs to know about it. So deep dive on the power of the paycheck, deep dive on cash damming, deep dive on debt swap, and then all the other strategies that we can talk about. We're going to unpack them for you on the screen so you can actually see what I mean in detail, not just see it on an Instagram reel for 30 seconds. We'll unpack case studies. I'll show you, with the permission of my clients, real case studies on how I've impacted Canadian households, how we've freed up cash flow, how we've allowed for them or made money come up in their budget to afford to go to Disneyland once a year. Like, the stories are endless, and that speaks to my brand, my mission statement. And if you go online to my Google reviews, I'm not sure what we're sitting at. I think we're over 100 now. But the families, the stories, they're real, they're raw, and it's why I do what I do. So going to unpack the strategies, going to show you case studies. My goal is once a month or once every 3 to 4 episodes, bring on a guest speaker. So whether they are industry partners, financial advisors, realtors, insurance agents, something that will provide value to you as a Canadian, or even just local entrepreneurs, because it's always fun to hear the struggle story on how they've cut their teeth in their market and how they've grown a thriving business. So we're going to do that as well. My goal here is I want to make this your go-to channel, your go-to podcast for all things finances, mortgages, real estate, investing, strategies, net worth increasing, financial freedom, achieving, like all those things. I want to be your go-to finance podcast, YouTube channel that you listen to, watch, or share with your friends. Okay, so we're on 5 minutes. This one's just going to be a short episode. I have a call here coming up that I got to jump on. I just wanted to get this out to tell you what is to come. I'm like so excited, honestly. If you know me on a personal level, I'm introverted at heart, but in this industry, you have to be extroverted. And this is how I learned a lot of the strategies that I know was from podcasts. I love it. Like I'm super excited to be able to unpack this with you. And I hope you can feel my excitement through these shows. It's not going to be a Joe Rogan style 60-minute, 90-minute, 3-hour episodes. They're going to be short. They're going to be tactical. And I hope they have some humor behind them. I'm a pretty laid back type of person. I just want you to watch these 10-minute, 15, maybe half-hour episodes and take away one nugget of gold. And my goal is that every week you can take that one nugget, implement it, and come back to the next week's show and watch it and learn something else. So we're just going to stack these one by one on top of it. And hopefully a year from now, we're going to have 52 episodes where it's almost like a financial blueprint plan for you. And that's my goal. Okay. So as always, I invite you to subscribe, share, leave a review. As I grow this YouTube channel, my goal is to increase the subscribers. So the more subscribers that we have on this channel, the bigger the guests we can get on the show. And that's my goal, is to bring nothing but value for you. Next week, I will be breaking down one of the strategies that's helped families free up over $1,200 per month. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You got to tune in to watch. And here's the spicy takeaway. We freed up over $1,000 a month without this family spending any more money. You don't want to miss it. Until next time, see you soon.